Hi, in this tutorial I'm going to be using Photoshop to put together a series of mood boards from a collection of images that I have, and then to actually output that mood board in the form of either a couple of files or a PDF document. So the first thing I'm going to use is Adobe's Automate for contact sheets. And this allows me to import a large volume of images in one hit. It may take a little bit to do, so here I'm going to go to You Should Plan Stuff. So I'm not going to make sure that the font caption is unticked. I'm not going to flatten the layers. The size of this I'll make match a A4 page with a width of 21 centimeters and a height of 29.4 at 300 dpi or pixels per inch. This will then take a little bit of time. It'll get there quite slowly. It'll automatically arrange the images, I hope. And there it's done. Now, I don't like the layout of all this sort of stuff, so I'm going to start combining things into groups. So I'm going to keep 3 pages. So I'm going to call this page 1, page 2, and page 3. Then I'm going to start grabbing images and putting them into pages. So I'm going to grab this. So the first set of images for page 1 will be toilet humor, I think. So if we grab that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one, and grab all those, and hopefully, so that one can be then shoved into page 1. I'm just going to hide page 1 so I know which one we're dealing with. That one, so we'll just there's always got to be an easier way. That gives me more vision to the stack. And this bit's going to get quite boring for a little while as I organize my images. So I'm going to pause this. I'll organize the images into the folders to group them into a logical set, and then we'll get into the next part of it. Alright, here I am. I've composed my layers. So here's the first one. As I said, toilet humor. The second set of layers, they're all grouped up. So as you can see, they're all reasonably grouped. And this one's the stairs. The third layer is a road to nowhere, so paths that are unavoidably detained. And finally some other stuff. So here I've set up all 4 layers to basically, and with the same background for everything, so that they're all set up. What I need to do now is basically compose the layers. So I'm using the layer comps, and all I'm going to do is create a new layer comp. Here, call it layer comp 1, and that will become my first page. Then change it over to layer comp 2, add that, okay, to page 3 of my groups, layer comp 3, and then finally the 4th one. So this has created 4 separate layer comps, and if I can click on each of them, it'll basically bring those up. Now I need to export these into something useful. So File, Export, Layer Comps as files. This will export them, each layer composition, to a separate file, separate Photoshop file with the same generic setup that I've done in this case. Now, in your own, the backgrounds could be whatever. You could have a little logo or whatever down the bottom, or some sort of artistic detail to identify it as your own. The other option is, I've got to save it first, so save as. Desktop, contact sheet 1 will do. Generally with saving stuff, please give it a sensible name. So anyhow, export layer comps to PDF. And default settings. It goes through everything, and then it should open up the PDF document once it is done. Excuse me, as I said, I've got a bit of a cold. So it'll think about it, and we'll have a look at the finished product once it springs up. Okay, so the layer comp is now done. I pull up the PDF and we'll just do it to full page, and as you can see, each subsequent page is set up. Now this is great for things like reference decks, so a collection of photos to give you inspiration for a particular character you have in a game or a design that you want to do. It's also good for mood boards, so building up the idea, the mood of a piece you wish to create. So it's great for those sort of collections. Make good use of them. Okay, bye.